Hello, my name is Nicholas Zabo. I am a senior researcher and student at the University of North Georgia in the biology department. And this is my presentation, an investigation into Marmota monax burrows and their role as shelters for multiple species. Groundhogs are large rodents that live throughout the Appalachian Mountains, Canada, and Alaska. They are partially fossorial, meaning they live underground inside their extensive burrow networks. Their underground burrows are larger in size relative to other commonly known Appalachian burrowing animals, such as moles, snakes, mice, and gophers. While their burrowing activity has deemed them as a nuisance species to many, their underground networks play an important ecological role by providing vital shelter for species not limited to foxes, possums, and raccoons. In this study, we geared our data collecting to answer three important questions. The first being, what species, if any, are cohabitating with groundhogs in their burrows? Answering this question will allow us to know which species benefit from the groundhog's manual labor and inherently depend on the groundhog in some way. The second question asks, how many of each species regularly visit groundhog burrows? This leads us to understand the total number of cohabitating animals and allows us to see which species frequent the burrows more often than others, establishing a sort of ranking system that demonstrates which species depend on the groundhog burrows the most. Lastly, we wanted to know if, and if so, which predators frequently visited the burrow area. While this is not our main target question, it is interesting to see if the attraction of small wildlife to the burrows also brings in predators to take advantage of this congregation. We began by placing 17 trail cameras at a variety of burrows throughout the Lumpkin County, North Georgia area and observed animals via trail cam video. Initially, we used photographs, but soon realized that using video allowed us to more properly assess whether or not animals truly entered the burrows, and it gave us some sort of insight into what their intentions for entering actually were. It was calculated that individual possums made up 89.5% of the total number of animals which exited and entered the burrow. This was somewhat surprising since possums are more generally known for their arboreal lifestyle. Foxes and raccoons were also seen entering the burrows, but at a much lower rate than possums. While possums were seen entering the most, to our surprise, the highest number of visitations to the burrow area itself was actually done by foxes. While no pre-existing data of fox activity is known, it is curious that a predator species was the most frequent visitor overall. The burrow was frequently visited by chipmunks, squirrels, birds, possums, and raccoons, which would give reason to why bobcats, coyotes, and foxes also hung around the area. At the moment, the small amount of data collected is far from giving a complete answer to all of our initial questions, but it is a great starting point for the continuation of this type of research. Additional long-term data must be collected in order to truly understand the dynamics of groundhog burrow visitations and how the burrows affect the local community species. I would like to thank the UNG Scale Lab and my two great professors for the support, mentorship, and guidance. Thank you very much.